Hello and welcome back to another Longhorn tactical video. Today we're going to be looking at one of Fenix's newest lights, the CL26R Pro. This lantern boasts 4 different modes, a 500 lumen output, and an extended 408 hour runtime. So without further ado, please make sure and like and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel here. And then let's go ahead and get into this awesome lantern power bank hybrid. So then with your purchase of the CL26R Pro is of course the CL26R Pro, and then it also comes pre-installed with an ARB L21 5000 version 2 battery, which is a Fenix original battery, as well as that it comes with a spare O-ring, a USB-C to USB-A charging cord, or vice versa, because this light also works as a charging bank, so you can use it to charge the lantern and then charge something else that takes USB-C. And then as well as that, it comes with your paperwork, quick start guide, and user manual as well. And now it's time to give y'all a quick look here at the lamp itself. Here at the top of the device, you have the hook and carabiner system. You can unlock this and have this as a hook, have this as a loop right here, which means that you can hang this on pretty much anything. And then outside the carabiner and the hook, you also have this magnetic base up here, or the magnetic top, you know, whichever way you look at it. And you can either stick things to it, so you can like have this be a place to rest your knife, or you could also just stick this onto any magnetic surface. I've seen it advertised being able to stick onto the top of a camping trailer and then being able to shed down light to the whole trailer. I think that's a pretty good use for it. But really the sky's the limit with this magnetic base here. The top of the lantern is also unscrewable, which is how you can get to the battery. However, I would probably end up using this as a lockout mode, as once it is unscrewed a little bit from the top, the battery is not making contact with either connection, so that way it will be locked out and you won't accidentally turn it on. And in the main body of the flashlight, this massive white part here is what actually diffuses the light. And then you have the Fenix branding right here, and then around back you have the CL26R Pro branding, and then right below it you have the USB-C and USB-A ports. The USB-C is only an in, but the USB-C-A is going to be an out port. So you can output energy here, but you can only import energy here. And then back up front you have the toggle switch, which is how you operate the whole light, and then the inset brass button, which is how you can see the battery percentage left on your light. And then we have what sets this lantern apart from pretty much any other lantern that I've seen, the bottom light. That means that you can attach this to something like on your roof and it'll shine light straight down. You can attach it to a pole and it'll shine light sideways. Having an extra lighting option is always a good thing in my opinion, and so that's why I am so excited to take a look at this lantern. And as for my personal thoughts on this light, first off, I really like this little clip. Being able to detach this if you only need a hook or if you only need a loop is really nice, and having the magnetic base like available as well means that this thing is super portable on top of already being super compact. Another thing I really like about this lantern is actually all the colors that it comes in. Usually some of the Fenix colors aren't my favorite, specifically like the desert camo on the TK20RUE. It wasn't my favorite. However, this lantern hits. All of the colors are super cool looking, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I buy all 3. Also, Fenix really thought through this lantern, as there's an output for every situation. If you're reading a book, put it on front mode. If you're just in your tent, you can hook it up and then you have 360. But also if you are needing light in a really specific place, all you have to do is attach it to a metal pole somewhere, or a wall, or just a piece of sheet metal, and then you have the downlight. Like, no matter what, there is something that this light can light up. And that's not even mentioning the red light or the red signal light. Like, this light is not just a one-trick pony. Oh, and that doesn't even mention the fact that it's also a working power bank. Also, 500 lumens of 360 degree brightness is nothing to scoff at, And like the lowest runtime on this light is 10 hours, meaning that this thing is definitely here to last and is perfect for just about any camping trip for more than a night. And like I said at the top of this video, the downlight makes this lantern super unique and even more versatile than it already is. This lantern is completely controlled by the use of this rotary switch and the inset button, so allow me to show you how to use it. To begin operation of this light, all you have to do is turn the knob counterclockwise, and that'll enter the light into front mode. There's only one mode of front, or one brightness setting of front, and it basically has this one strip of LEDs right here, and it produces light in the forward direction from the main body of the lantern. And I think it's pretty good for reading, writing, anything that you need only one direction of light, as it takes less energy, it takes less power from the lantern itself. And then turning the knob clockwise once again, you have the 360 low activation, where you can see the entire body, the entire main body of the lantern is lit up in this 360 pattern. And then continue to turn it, you will enter your medium mode and then your high mode, which is 500 lumens. And then to activate this downlight right here, all you have to do is turn the knob counterclockwise. And so this will be your low, medium, and then high. In order to activate any of the white light modes that I just mentioned in tandem, all you have to do is press this inset brass button. For instance, if I wanted to go to the front light but also turn on the down light, you just hold the brass inset button for just a little bit, and then this light will also turn on. You can control the brightness of the secondary light by hitting the brass button, and then the primary one you can still use the knob on. And then whenever you scroll back to the power off, both will power off. This works the same way with the downlight, as I have it in high down, but by holding it, it'll activate the opposite one. So now I'm in the front light, where it's not 360 yet. However, by hitting the brass inset button again, it will ramp up in brightness. So whatever one you start on, the brass button will activate the opposing one. And then to access the red light on this lantern, press the brass button while the light is off, and you can see it activated here. And then as well, by tapping it again, you can enter flashing mode. And then by pressing it again, you can go back to constant on. This light is operable while charging, however, there are a couple limitations. You can't activate the main body and the down light at the same time. However, you can still access the medium and low outputs. For instance, for the down light, you can see here, it's going to be the low and medium outputs. However, it won't scroll past that, but you still have access to your front light and then your low and your medium brightness. However, that's all you have while it is charging. However, this is not the story whenever this light is in power bank mode and it's charging another device. Whenever it's charging another device, you can access all the brightness outputs, as here's the high mode on the lantern, and then it can access the high mode on the down light. Using this device while it's charging another device is a little bit finicky on its higher outputs or on its dual outputs. And so if Fenix ever comes out with another version of this light, I hope that they were to iron out this problem or put it better in paper, how quickly it steps down or what the limitations of the modes are. And now for my favorite part, the specs. The front mode has a 25 lumen output for 67 hours. And then in the lantern mode, using the low output, it outputs 50 lumens for 40 hours. And then in the lantern medium output, it's going to be 200 lumens for 13 hours. And then the lantern high output is going to be 500 lumens for 10 hours. And then down 1 has an output of 5 lumens for 408 hours. Down 2 has a 50 lumen output for 58 hours. Down 3 has a 150 lumen output for 15 hours. And then with the red light constantly on, it's going to have a 3 lumen output for 125 hours. And then finally, with the red light flashing mode of this lantern, it's gonna have a 3 lumen output with 240 hours of runtime. And then as per usual, I have the dimensions and weight here on screen, and man, is this thing compact. I've never seen a lantern as bright as this be as compact as this. Also, this light is very lightweight. Most of the weight itself comes from the battery, and the magnet is plenty strong to where you can just attach it onto anything and it'll hold its weight perfectly. This lantern is also IP66 wire resistant and 1 meter impact resistant, meaning it's ready for the toughest of camping journeys. And so sadly, that brings us to the end of the CL26R Pro video overview. I hope that you enjoyed and found this video helpful. Again, please make sure to like and subscribe as it really helps out the channel, and I will see y'all in the next one.